All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Paramount merger, because I haven't even talked about that. A little bit of Injustice 3, a little bit of Mortal Kombat 13, Mortal Kombat 2, and just probably the change that's going to be happening, at least in my mindset. I feel like, with the merger and with, the battle between Netflix and Paramount to acquire Warner Brothers and how fast everything actually started happening. Some of my mindset has changed on when we're actually getting a new game. So I'll be talking about that. But before anything, talk to me about Charles do Bronx Oliveira winning that BMF belt, guys. Oh, as you guys know, I was actually at UFC 326. There's actually still going to be quite a few videos that I'm gonna mention it because I recorded videos like way in advance, almost like 2 weeks in advance, so I could have them stocked up. But yeah, it was a crazy fun weekend, pretty much like a party, because Du Bronx won that belt. So I was just so happy, and I actually captured like my experience. I have a vlog channel where I upload like my Vegas vlogs. I'm in the process of uploading my Valentine's Day weekend with my girlfriend, but after that I'm going to upload my experience going to UFC 326, and it was just so much fun. So look forward to that. Channel's going to be linked in the description, but let's talk a little bit about the whole situation that's been going on, because I haven't even made a video about it. But if you guys don't know, back 3 months ago, somewhere around there, Warner Brothers had agreed on an offer from Netflix to be purchased, and there was a question asked to, I think, the CEO of Netflix or something, asking them, what role did the gaming division and how profitable it is with their biggest franchise. Obviously, Hogwarts Legacy made over $1 billion. If that's not profitable, I don't know what is, right? And then his response was like, the gaming division, we didn't even take it into consideration for our bid to buy Warner Brothers. And right there, I was like, uh-oh, if this actually goes through, we might never even see another Mortal Kombat game or another Injustice game. They might just focus on like the movies and, potentially making series out of it. But yeah, that got me worried. But lo and behold, Paramount comes in and they, actually took over Warner Brothers. They made an offer which I can't refuse, and Warner Brothers took that offer, and now Paramount owns every part of Warner Brothers. Not just they didn't just want the movies and the history of Warner Brothers, right? They wanted everything, including the gaming division, which it seems like they hold in high regard. So my, I guess, aspirations for another Mortal Kombat game, another Injustice, are back on track, because I was actually very worried. So now, since Paramount actually took over, what's going to be the new game? What's going to be the game that ends up coming out next for NetherRealm Studios? And another quote from, I think, the CEO of Warner Brothers actually said that a lot of their classic franchises, like the fruits of their work, and a lot of classic franchises are going to start to come out in 2027 and 2028. So as much as I was leading the way, telling you guys that there's still a big possibility for a new game to come out this year, because, MK1 came out in 2023. They start developing their new game in one way or another, like before the new game is even out. So they had like almost 4 years already developing their new game. I'm like, there's no way there's going to be 4 years in between games again, right? But based on, that quote, it seems like, yeah, maybe the next NetherRealm game won't even be out until 2027, maybe even 2028. I really doubt 2028. There's no way they wait 5 years in between NetherRealm games. As like, even if they make the greatest product of all time, that's still 2 years away. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be impatient. And there's going to be a lot of fans that sort of fall off from the franchise, whether it be Mortal Kombat or Injustice, if they wait that long. I think 2027 still like very realistic. They get another year of development, but I hope that they go back to what they used to do, because if you guys remember, the way that NetherRealm would sort of release their games back in the day, forget the 2-year life cycle, that's over with. It seems like we're never going to go back to getting a new NetherRealm game every 2 years, which makes me sad, because it kept everything fresh with YouTube for me and creating content, because we would get Mortal Kombat X, then 2 years later Injustice 2, then 2 years later MK11, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anymore. But even before that, they would reveal their game at the E3 the previous year. So they would have like a whole year to promote their game, and keep releasing trailers and keep working on the game. And I really hope that that's the route that they go with, even if they release the game in 2027. I hope that something gets announced sometime this year, so they could just like promote the game for a year, hype it up for a year, and then it comes out 2027 if we don't get a game this year. Like, I really hope that's the case. Still, best case scenario for me would be announce the game in May, release it in September. But if it does end up going to 2027, I really hope that they still announce it in May, and then they just release it next year in April. That would be like, a lot of time to get people hyped up about the game, and it just gives people something to look forward to, because right now there's nothing to look forward to as a NetherRealm fan, other than the movie, of course. But once you watch the movie, all right, cool, you watch the movie, but when you get a new game, you have that entertainment for years. So I really hope something comes, we get something soon as NetherRealm, game fans to get excited about. Now, as far as what game it's gonna be, Injustice 3 and Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 13, it seems like because of how good the new Mortal Kombat movie looks, it seems like a lot of the fan base has kind of switched from, hey, we need a little bit of a break here from Mortal Kombat, and we want Injustice 3, to, hey, I kind of want a Mortal Kombat 13, keep the hype going with the movie. And I was always sort of one of those people who, I'm just a big fan of Mortal Kombat, so I want a Mortal Kombat game. I've always wanted another Mortal Kombat game, because MK1, was just not the game for a lot of people, and I think that they would learn from their mistake, and they would make a way better product that everyone can enjoy. Another reason is, they come out with Injustice 3, like, we're gonna be happy, the fan base is gonna be happy, but the game is not gonna sell. And especially with this new merger, Paramount paid billions and billions and billions of dollars to have this, hostile takeover. They want things that are going to produce some money, some cash, some revenue. And if the next game is Injustice 3, I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna sell a lot, especially compared to a Mortal Kombat game. And then now when you have like games like Street Fighter 6 that have potentially surpassed the sales of Mortal Kombat 1, and that would be for like the first time in a long time that a NetherRealm game has been surpassed sales wise by a Street Fighter game. And I think Tekken as well. Like, I think they need something to I think they need a Mortal Kombat to not only make the most amount of money that they can for the shareholders and everything, but also to bring that Mortal Kombat name back, because the damage that Mortal Kombat 1 has done to the name is crazy. It's crazy how bad of a rep Mortal Kombat 1 now has. As much as I love the gameplay, and I've always said I love the gameplay, the air combos and everything, I always like that. I mean, we still don't have lobbies, for crying out loud, right? And we'll never get lobbies. But the damage to NetherRealm's rep that Mortal Kombat 1 did is pretty crazy. So I really hope that the next game is a Mortal Kombat game, and they like come back with a product like MKX, where it's just loved by pretty much everyone. Obviously, it's hard on the competitive players because they have to deal with the 50-50s and all that, playing for, you know, thousands of dollars. But for 99% of the casual fans, you know, they love Mortal Kombat X. Same thing for MK11. You know, I personally will always dislike the gameplay. I just don't like it. Shorter combos. I don't like the crushing blows. I don't like the defensive mechanics where you could short roll, long roll, short, long roll, forward roll, back roll, delay, wake up, and then the breakaway. You guys know MK11 is not my thing. But as far as everything else around the gameplay, visually, with, you know, the single player content, with a crypt, the story mode expansions and everything, and actual like good story mode, MK11 was like the full package. And if they sort of like combine MK11's visuals and presentation with like MKX's gameplay, like they don't even need to have the run button. Like just have the dashes be more like MK9. But I don't know, just for me, like a mixture of MKX and MK11 will be like the best possible scenario for me. But as far as Injustice 3, the possibilities of that are still really high, and in my opinion still the most likely, because they started working on the game back in 2023. So unless they got told by Warner Brothers to, you know, mid-production to sort of switch it to a Mortal Kombat game, which that's what MK1 felt like. MK1 actually felt like it was meant to be an Injustice game that was changed to be a Mortal Kombat game mid-production. Like, to me, the air combos and the combo system looked like something that was meant more for like superheroes. But maybe that's not the case, right? But the game, the next NetherRealm game, started production in one way or another before MK1 was even released. So at that point, there wasn't even talks of like Netflix or anything, or Paramount buying out the company, right? So whatever game that was has already been in production, unless they, you know, change it mid-production, which then in that case, yeah, that extra like year and all that would definitely help it out. But I don't know. I'm just very happy that Netflix didn't end up getting Warner Brothers, just because of that one quote. Like, one of the heads of Netflix literally said that the gaming division played no role in their interest in buying Warner Brothers, right? While on the other hand, Paramount wants like every division, every like company and stuff from Warner Brothers, including the gaming division. So who knows? It might end up being worse. We won't know until things start to get produced and things start happening. But yeah, I mean, the Mortal Kombat movie, Mortal Kombat 2 movie, is definitely going to bring in a ton of hype to Mortal Kombat again, and it might actually sort of overshadow the negativity that Mortal Kombat 1 gets and NetherRealm gets now because of MK1. But that would have been the perfect time to reveal a new Mortal Kombat game. Like, having the promotion and the hype around the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, which I do think is going to be really good based on the trailer, in combination with revealing a new Mortal Kombat game and promoting that alongside with it, even though, you know, it's not the same like universe, man, that would have been like freaking marketing perfection. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't think they thought that far ahead. And I don't know. That would have been perfect. That's just, to me, it makes sense. And they're already like talking about a Mortal Kombat 3 movie. So if this Mortal Kombat 2 movie does well, they're going to greenlight Mortal Kombat 3, or maybe they already greenlit Mortal Kombat 3, and they're going to start working on it ASAP. So there's going to be more Mortal Kombat movies. There's going to be that entire universe. I don't know how many they're going to create, but Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, obviously the 3D eras count as 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. And then you get up, we're in Mortal Kombat 13 at the moment, guys. So will it make 13 movies? Who knows? We might all be like all gone by that point. Well, I'm the Theo in the family, so you know I'm a lot older than a lot of you guys watching this video. But yeah, who knows? They're at least planning a third one, and with how much hype this number 2 has, I think it's gonna do well. So I'm hoping that we get a new Mortal Kombat game next. And I know that people are just, you know, potentially franchise fatigue, but I think with the hype and excitement of the movie, bringing in a new like set of audience that might be watching Mortal Kombat movies for the first time, who might not have caught the one in 2021 or might not have liked it, I think it's gonna bring a lot of hype. So yeah, I really want them to do a Mortal Kombat 13, Mortal Kombat 2, but I still think the most likely scenario is Injustice 3, even though I think it's a bad decision financially, and I think it's a bad decision to sort of, I think this is it for the video. No, there's one more match. I think it would be a bad decision to sort of not have that cross promotion with the movie and a new Mortal Kombat game. Like, this would have been the time to release MK1, and they should have just released Injustice 3 first and then release MK1 now. But like, well, if they would have released it with the same story mode and everything, I think that would have been a disaster too. So yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. But I haven't talked about the whole Paramount merger, Netflix not getting the company anymore, which I'm happy about. But who knows? Like I said, Paramount might be worse. We'll see. Only time will tell. I'm just praying for everything to go really well. And any sort of like information, Ed Boon hasn't really been too active on Twitter. No teasing at all like in years past. Maybe they just want him to not tease and have everyone speculate. I don't know. But yeah, there hasn't been like any teasing by Ed Boon, which is actually pretty surprising, because even back then when we were waiting for MK 1, I guess, or we're like after MK11, he would still come out and, you know, give a little Q&A, you know, maybe answer some fan questions with a little snarky remark that we could be like, oh man, maybe there's gonna be a new MK game or new Injustice game. But yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. There's seems like there's still gonna be a lot of time before we get anything, but any news or anything, I'll keep you guys updated. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do so. And if you want to see some more, there's videos popping up on the screen right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.